Live from the French Quarter, this is Eyewitness Morning News.
This morning we continue our eye on hurricanes coverage in an effort to prepare you for any storms that may head our way.
Keeping your family healthy in the wake of a storm is just as important as preparing for one. And joining us this morning is Dr. George Barnes, the medical director of Lakeview Regional Medical Center. And people probably don't understand that just as many accidents almost occur after the storm as kind of going through it.
Yes, the Center of Disease Control and Prevention indicates that a lot of injuries and even fatalities can occur after the storm is passed.
And what are some of the major problems that you see?
The problems have more to do with the cleanup process. People are concerned about repairing roofs and moving debris, and they're probably not properly equipped. They don't use the right types of devices and protection, eye protection. They really should be working in heavy boots in order to avoid any scrapes or injuries that can come contaminated by floodwater areas and lead to serious infections.
Let's run through some of these, and we'll go through them. We won't talk about each one, but go through some of these tips that you'd sent in. Don't enter a building if you smell gas. Call 911. Do not light a match or turn on the lights. I mean, it seems kind of simple stuff, but you know, you'd be surprised. I mean, just don't do it. It's
generally a good rule not to use any candles for lighting purposes in the house at all. With the flood winds, the flooding and the winds associated with a hurricane, valves can shift and leaks can occur, and you need to evacuate the house immediately. Open the doors and windows and try to turn off the valve at its source if you know how to, but the most important thing is to get word to the authorities through 911.
Okay, so if you smell gas, you know what to do. And you touched on this, that if you are going to be doing some work in the area, you need to wear waterproof boots and gloves to avoid flood water touching your skin.
Floodwaters are often contaminated by chemicals and sewage, and these are bacterial and inflammatory agents that can cause serious infections.
One of the things that many people, I would assume, at Katrina, couldn't remember when I got my last tetanus shot, but we all got tetanus shots at our station right after Katrina. Right. So, and I assume many people did. That's important because they last about 10 years. So in 2015, that 10 years is going to be up. So kind of a reminder for people, you're going to need a tetanus booster coming up.
Definitely. If we find that a patient that comes to our ER or is under medical treatment, they should have a booster if they haven't had a shot within 5 years.
Oh, 5 years, okay, so wow, now I'm overdue.
Within 5 years, that's a good point, because I thought 10 years as well. Yeah. And then also you need to have hand sanitizers after a storm.
Yeah, the alcohol gel is probably the best because water sources may be contaminated, and if you have that, then you can cleanse your hands without the use of water.
Okay. And just running through the rest of them, do not turn on any electric or gas service until the safety of these utilities has been confirmed. If the power remains disrupted, use flashlights, avoid candles, as you were saying earlier. And so thank you so much for coming in and sharing this. And a final piece of advice for people?
Just be careful when you're out there. Be sure you don't do any nighttime repairs. Wait till daytime and see all the hazards around you.
Sometimes you need to get professional assistance.
And that too.
All right. Thank you very much, Dr. Barnes.
For more information on what you can do to keep you and your family safe and healthy when a storm hits, just log on to our website at WWL-TV.com and click links on 4.